No cold open, just start the show. This is Achievement Hunting 101. Hello and welcome to Achievement Hunting 101. I'm FufuCuddilyPoof and this is level 81. So last week we got some complaints about how long-winded we were, so with this one we need to be a lot more snappy. We need to go. So instead of introducing everybody individually, I have with me Elle, Nate, and Corey. What's up, guys?
That's going to sound really weird on times 2 speed.
On my 1.5, that's going to be, it's like the chipmunks.
All right, be sure to
I'm out of breath.
Be sure to check us out on the Discord. Good night, everyone.
Whew. All right.
Yeah.
I was actually impressed that I could get through that the entire without messing up.
That makes two of us.
Me. I'm sure that makes all X however many people are listening to us.
Hundreds of
thousands, millions, even. Joe Rogan is envious of our podcast size.
That's a lot of people.
It is.
No fear factor there.
You should all go and send complaints to Plants vs. Zombies right now. We can get hundreds of thousands of people to sign a petition.
You should name them all individually.
Death Dealers.
Sure. So we have
Victoria.
Death Dealers, Saucy Slingers.
Nope. First names, personal.
Oh, that's way too
Trevor.
hard. I don't know your first names.
Jason.
Nathaniel.
Corey.
Elle, tell me about Rocket League.
Elliot. Oh, shoot. Rocket League?
Rocket
I'm going to bring this one
Everyone's
back out of
favorite game.
mothballs. I'm glad you asked.
Oh, boy.
You did ask. Ish.
Yeah.
Ish. Well, on Thursday evening, after Borderlands, we decided to play Rocket League.
That we did.
Were you there, Foof?
I was there.
You were there in spirit.
I was playing. I went to bed earlier than you did, but I was there.
So it was a confluence of events. My BCM partner, High Road Vatu, has Rocket League as his random game of the month that he's trying to complete.
Lucky duck.
So I joined him on this quest to complete the game. And Michelle needed one more achievement to complete the game. And Mr. Bilzuminati needed that same achievement, as well as the MVP in a tournament achievement. So we all came together, we all being Bills and Foof and Prue and me and Mish and Chip invited himself in the party, and he helped as well. And this is where we use air quotes when we talk about help.
Oh, no, he helped. He helped us.
Yeah, great.
Laugh at you.
So much like our Titanfall experience, we were trying to finagle the, what do you call it? The server
Matchmaking?
No, the region. The
Oh.
Is there another name for that?
No, I know.
Where you go to
where you play. Your server location.
Yeah, you go to South Africa or East Asia or US West. So we tried to match up and it wasn't working. And then Foof and Prue went out on their own. Oh, so the achievement we were going for, I don't remember. Very helpful.
It was squad goals.
Very helpful. Oh, yes, you need to join. The achievement we were going for was to get into a squad versus squad game, or a club match, and score a goal. Now, you could do it legit, but Michelle and I tried for a whole evening. We couldn't get into any club matches. So we figured we'd try to boost it. Couldn't do it. And then I think eventually we wound up matching up on Thursday night and getting it done for everyone. And then we got the MVP in a tournament match for Bills. So Bills and Michelle completed it that evening. And I still needed what I think are the most annoying achievements. It's the certified item stuff. So I had a topper where I needed to get goals. Now goals, you need 100 goals to get your item to verified, the highest status. So I wound up matching up 1v1 with Michelle in the South Africa server, and I was able to bang out 100 goals within 2 games. So I got that done.
That must have took forever.
It wasn't so bad. I got mad.
The games are only 5 minutes
I got
long,
mad.
but if you get goals...
Yeah, it's like 20 minutes for a game. So then the other achievement I needed was win a game against all-star bots with the Hearts decal equipped. And I remember that you could trade with people, but apparently they have taken away this trading ability.
They did?
Yeah.
You can still trade, but not
everything. Yeah, not everything. So what you used to have to do if you didn't have the item is you just keep playing a 1-goal game against bots, and then you would unlock items. And I was trying that, and nothing was unlocking. So after all that, I was looking at solutions, and there's nothing on the 360, but on the PS4 one, someone put a note that only the Scarab or the Zippy can equip it. So I had this stupid decal the whole time. I just wasn't on the right car type. So, yeah. So I switched to the right car and won a game against All-Star Bots. And I have completed Rocket League finally.
On the 360.
Nice.
On the what?
Wait, what?
You called it the 360 just a minute ago. Yeah, you have to say Xbox or PlayStation. Don't worry about it.
360 is the one with trophies, right?
So you're missing the best part of that night. So while you were, we split up into teams. It was Prue and I. We were off doing our own thing. We were just playing, having fun. It was you and Michelle, and then it was Chip and Bill's on teams. And you and Michelle were trying to match up with Bill's and Chip. Well, after about 10 or so tries, you guys finally did match up together. Well, the best part of it is when you finally got into the game, obviously myself and Prue are sitting there screaming at Chip and Bill, "Don't let L score. Don't let L score. Don't let him get his achievement." And at one point, Prue's like, "I will give you guys $50 if you don't let him get that. If you don't let him get that achievement."
He was probably serious too.
Yeah,
huh?
I'm sure he was.
Oh, he sounded serious. I'm pretty sure he would have given it. And it
yeah,
got down
Chip
to
got
like
a new
the
game.
Final minute before L finally actually scored. Chip was actually, from what it sounded like, he was actually trying to not let him score.
I was not pleased.
I wish I could have spectated it. Just listening to it was hilarious.
And so L did score. Did Chip get any kind of infractions applied to his account?
That he did.
Good boy.
It's in the Rocket League channel.
I mean, if you can give him a warning, that would be wonderful.
Oh no, he definitely got a warning for that.
I can't give warnings. You need to give him at least 2. But anyway, big ups to everyone in that impromptu Rocket League session. So Bills and Michelle and myself all got completions. Foof, I think, has maybe 3 achievements in the game. And that's it.
No, I have 55.
Get her done. We need to do a Rocket League tournament or something. This is one of the few games that
literally everybody loves this game.
Everyone. Don't think about achievements, just play. Oh, I have 69 hours played. I can't play anymore. I'm done.
Well, good news. Once you get the completion, it won't track your hours anymore on TA. You're frozen.
Really?
Yes.
For real?
What?
Yeah, because it won't update the tracker unless you get an achievement.
I didn't know that.
I was going to be the sole person asking for them to not put any more achievements in, just so he can have 69 on his profile.
Yeah, I'm sitting at 83 hours, but I was sitting at 83 hours. I don't know, sometime last year, I'm sure, and I've put in at least 20 to 30 hours this year.
Huh. I did not know that.
Wow.
Yep.
Fun fact. Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
Things you learn.
So, Nate, how was your experience in Canada?
Yes, so I was up in Canada trying to get some more Tim Hortons cups, mugs, and maybe do some work while I was there. So I was not able to be on the show last week, so it was fun to hear a whole episode without my voice. Then I tried, rather than packing a 360 like I did last year, that I wouldn't care if I lost or whatever.
You sure it's a 360?
Yeah, for actual 360, not X1.
Damn it.
I figured I would try the Grand xCloud / console streaming test, see if it was going to work out. And I figured...
How'd it go?
Well, not great. I figured I would take my... spoiler alert, not great. I figured I would take my Elite V2 with me because awesome controller, fantastic way to charge it, make sure I don't run out of battery, I'll go with it. Well, I did not test the Elite V2 at home, and apparently it does not do such a great job, at least mine doesn't, connecting with my Kindle Fire. So, yeah, when I was near my laptop, I noticed it was much worse. When I went over to the bed or, away from the laptop, I was getting better connections. I wasn't getting disconnected all the time. But it was about 8-10 minutes, something like that, to get disconnected. It probably had something to do with all the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth in the rooms around me. Probably just a really bad place to make connections to devices and things. So, and also the hotel Wi-Fi wasn't fantastic, so it wasn't a great experience. But I was able to play a little bit of Sparklite, which is on Game Pass right now. And now this game, if you don't know anything about it, it's a roguelite. Mm-hmm. And
close enough.
Yeah, it's very small graphics. So old eyes, small screen, little graphics. It was a miserable experience for gaming while I was away. But this game, like I said, roguelite. You go down to this. I guess your ship crashes. You have to go kill so many monsters. You have this little bot that flies around with you, and he can be upgraded to do things. And as you get to these different houses or temples, you can get a new ability. And there's a couple different sections on the map, and you basically have to progress through them. It's kind of gated, so you can't really get to another section until you beat a boss. Once you beat a boss, that area is done, but you still start in that area. From that point on, you can connect out to these other areas, and there's, I guess, a preferred way to go about it. Kind of like go from area A then to area B, but you don't want to go to area C, even though maybe you could try to get to it. There's achievements that you can grind out, like killing so many things, opening so many things. But once again, with these types of games, I would recommend not grinding those. You're going to get it because you're just going to be going over and over and over again. And some things you could do, like speaking to a pirate. You have to go play, you have to become a first mate in Monty's crew. This is for Welcome Aboard. So you could grind that out just by landing on the map, seeing if his tent is there somewhere on the map. If not, kill the game, start again. And you can do that. You have to do that like 20 times. You have to run across them. So you could grind it out, but it's better just to let it go. So I haven't gotten too far in this game, but I can tell it's going to take some time. And just looking at the estimates, there is none. So I don't think enough people have finished yet. It's 23 finished out of 318 played so far. It's not a bad game. It kind of plays a little bit like a Zelda. I'm going to give it some more time.
Quick amendment to what you said. It is not on Game Pass yet. It's on xCloud. Just to
it's xCloud. Okay.
Clear the air. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't know how to get it. Got it, but yeah.
Get it? Got it? Good.
Get it? Got it? So xCloud was not a great experiment this time. And I tried connecting to my home Xbox, and guess what I learned while I was away?
What?
Game Pass quests are back.
Sweet!
And it's so great.
Yes.
I love the Game Pass quests.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Every time I booted up Rocket League, it told me I could turn in a quest. It was exciting. So basically, while you were in Canada, the exchange for good health care, you had bad Wi-Fi?
Bad Wi-Fi, but man, that Tim Hortons knows how to make a cup of coffee.
Was there syrup in the coffee?
There could have been.
Just poutine.
It was really good. I didn't get any
poutine, syrup, and hockey. Those, all three of them should be in the coffee.
No, we were working way too much. I couldn't get out and get any poutine.
Oh, no.
But I did get to 3 or 4 different Tim Hortons. I know Duncos is hating this talk right now, but
I don't know what a Tim Hortons is.
Wow.
It's okay, so think Dunkin' Donuts, but like really good.
I didn't get.
Oh.
Dunkin' Donuts is really good, though.
I'm ducking. No, it's yeah, it's like the next step up or tier up from a Dunkin'. And Canadians will defend that, to their last breath.
Well, now I want some. I want to try some. So, Corey, you played some Felix the Reaper?
Just a little bit. I finished Felix the Reaper. Quick shout out to the AussieGamer 17. He is a video achievement trophy guide maker on YouTube. He has a Felix the Reaper walkthrough, and I actually really enjoyed his take on the walkthrough. Not only did he show you every step of the way without, a lot of edits or anything like that I could tell. He for this game, you had to be this way, and it just worked out really well. He was very detailed in every step you had to make, and so there's some time-based achievements. So I had to do a couple moves, pause the video, do the moves on the game, hit the guide button on the game to pause the timer because start doesn't pause the timer, and go about it that way. But the hardcore levels where the time wasn't an issue, I was actually able to follow in real time, which is not something you can always do with a video guide. So if you're going to watch a 20-minute guide and do what they do for 20 minutes, it could take you 40 minutes to do the same thing. So it's always nice when you can kind of go at the same pace as the video. It just, I don't know, makes you feel like you're efficient. But yes, I did complete this game, and that is a completion with an asterisk because this game has 2 unobtainables. Unfortunately, there are some angry people in the forums who want to contact the Better Business Bureau, but I don't know. I would like for them to be fixed. They would be really good, especially if they get fixed before this GTASTT is over, before I get knocked out of it. They also have an unattainable on the PC version, which I haven't done yet. But otherwise, Felix is done. All the hardcore levels are done. I got every single coin that you could get, every single time trial or challenge. That's all done.
Is there any word if they are going to get fixed?
I mean, yeah.
The developer on Twitter seems to be like very iffy. So all signs point to no.
Oh, no.
For the time being.
Oh, man.
Rip.
But if you guys could all, sign up on the forums and contact the developers, it'd be really appreciative. Actually, I don't care if you do that at all.
Wait a minute. We have hundreds of thousands of listeners.
Maybe even millions.
Just a reminder, we are not the Rogan podcast, so we don't have.
That's right. We're bigger.
We don't have that.
What about Jay Moore? You don't know who that is?
Does she make frozen dinners or something?
That's not
Stinty Moore.
No, don't start with the Frozen talk again.
What about
the 3 of you talked about Frozen 2 for like 20 minutes before the start of
What
this?
about
Very Tyler Moore?
Mark Maron? Do you know who that is?
Mark Cuban?
I know who that is.
Not Mark Cuban. Whenever
It
you
seems like those two unobtainables are related too. It looks like the time trials and then like the platinum trophy.
Yeah, so here's how it works. Every level has 4 challenges. The challenges could be do it in before this amount of time expires and without getting any errors in your run. Could be maintaining a certain number of sundial changes, that kind of thing. And with the hardcore, you can get up to 4 red skulls per level. You do that through like the 20 or so levels, and you have a pretty good amount of red skulls. As you unlock the red skulls, you unlock the time trials. You do the first one, you get an achievement for that, and there's 4 more. However, those time trials also add a red skull, which equate to your total, which unlock the other time trials. And for some reason, they couldn't do math right. And so if you did every time trial that the game allows you to do, you would still be 1 red skull short of doing the last one. So you don't get the achievement for doing all time trials, which means you don't get the achievement for completing all the achievements. So it kind of sucks.
That seems like such an easy fix as well.
You're telling me. Just a quick peek over at the Win 10, which I've only dived. I can tell you that 9 people have actually gotten the unlock all the time trials achievements. So I guess the Windows version might be slightly different in that aspect. But the get all the achievements achievement is still unattainable over there. So
that's stupid.
I want to do the Windows version. At the same time, I don't, because it is kind of monotonous. Luckily, there's not that many levels. The worst thing that is about it that's keeping me from doing it, though, is that how it does run on my Surface. However, it's very clunky. So anything related to being very timely is likely not going to happen. So I don't know. I would hate to go through everything and not do the time stuff because it would just knock me out of some of those really juicy TA achievements near the end game. But I think it's probably going to go and sit by itself in a corner. See how desperate I get.
Oh.
Well, you did it once. Doing it a second time would be much faster and easier.
Much faster.
You would think so, but no. I have to watch those videos again. And like I said, if I can't get the time trial stuff or the time-based challenges in each level, I'd have to do all those levels again.
You can do it. I have faith in you.
Yeah.
Well, Before it leaves Game Pass is the question.
I can go to Kentucky for Tim Hortons.
It's not the same. I don't think it's the same.
It's the
It's
closest
the Canadian
one.
water. It's like the spring water dripping down the back of an elk.
Oh my gosh.
Quick question.
All right. Yes.
Not for
Cooler.
you, Kenny, Corey.
Yeah,
how
it's got a
long?
yeast rays,
About
not
how-
cake.
About how long did it take you to get your 6,000 TA score in Felix the Reaper?
Wouldn't you like to know?
By far and away the most TA on my friend's feed, my friends list.
It did make my top games list, which is
Really?
kind of unfortunate. It's not unfortunate that made it. It sits with the ranks of, I don't know, 4 or 5 Minecrafts. But
Only 4 or 5.
it did make the top ranks at, over 6,000 TA, and that's still, without the 2 unobtainables. There's no tracker on the time, but I don't know. It probably came in under 10 hours. I would say that. It really was not that bad. Of course, that's almost 100% video guide. Doing it yourself is obviously going to take a lot longer to figure out the puzzles and then to figure out how to do them really efficiently.
Huh. There's a Tim Hortons about 40 minutes away from me in Aberdeen.
Well, so if it's 40 minutes away from you, it's a max of an hour 40 away from me. So everyone on the Discord, how close are you to the nearest Tim Hortons?
All right, look mine up while you're at it, Kenny.
Tim Hortons here's a coffee.
I think there's one in Penn Station in Manhattan, so that's good enough.
Well, it's in Aberdeen, so I don't know how far away that is for you.
Okay, just so you know, when you go to Tim Hortons, you order coffee. You say if you just want a double, or you say I want a dark double, and he
Is that
guesses
when
what
you
that
get
might
like
mean.
10 rebounds and
Double
10
cream,
blocks.
double sugar.
There you go. Did you Google that? Did you Bing that?
No.
You're just smart.
Yes.
Okay.
I usually get at Dunkin', I get cream and half sugar, or 1 sugar, depending on what size.
Oh, okay.
But I always get seasonal flavored creamer. I don't get
Well-
like the standard stuff.
What's the season right now?
Girl Scout cookies.
What?
that's a coffee?
That's a
Thin Mints
season?
It's a syrup.
and the caramel Samoa.
Yeah, there's just syrups they put in.
Okay.
Thin
I
mints,
don't know
right?
about the caramel thing, but the Girl Scout cookie.
I've had them
I
both.
kinda
They're
wanna try that.
delicious. They're delicious.
Man, this keto
Bro,
stuff
we need to go to Dunkin' Donuts.
is bad.
I haven't started keto yet. It's okay. So I've played Plague Inc. this week.
Whoa.
Oh, that's kind of like
Did you know?
getting mass-produced coffee.
So I can honestly say I've been totally infected by this game. Like you've heard last week, I have been wanting to get this game for a while, and it was on sale. Usually $15. I wound up getting it for $6. And I started playing this game last night, and I could not get off of it. I started playing it. I was just booted up. I kind of the one big problem I have with the game, which kind of took me a few minutes to really get used to it, is that the controls are very wonky. They're not very good. I don't like how right trigger is basically what should be the A button. It's kind of like how you select different things in the menus, and I don't much care for that. So it took a few minutes to kind of get used to it. But once I started it and I started to understand how just the game works, I'm like, oh, this is great. I really just got sucked into it. And right before the show, I wanted to put another hour in the game. I just couldn't get off. For those that don't know what this is, it is basically a game where you choose some sort of a bacteria or infection or some sort of infectious like little virus thing, and you have to infect the entire world and then eventually kill all of humanity. The goal is to completely kill every single person on the planet. But yeah, it's real simple. That's basically your only goal to it. There's not a lot to the game, but if you like the managing type things with the menus and whatnot, this is something you might enjoy.
I don't even think there's that much management in it, to be honest. Of
There's
course, I play
not
on
that
the
much.
fastest speed generally, which is
Yeah.
probably not the most successful way to play, especially if you're playing on harder difficulty. You probably need to manage a little bit more. But for me, it's mostly like grab the points, put them here, do it again.
So what, do you have to like run interference with the CDC and like, take them out like Sly style so that they can't fight your plague? Like,
well, go ahead.
At some points, yeah. So when you first start off, you choose what part of the world you want to infect. You can choose a country, and your virus starts off very small. It has no real symptoms. It's not lethal, so it basically goes unnoticed. It's like the common cold. No one really cares about it. No one really cares about your disease. Well, as your disease starts to infect more and more people, you get DNA. You then use that DNA to upgrade your virus, so you can make it to where it infects others easier, it spreads farther, or you then get to the point where it actually becomes lethal. And when your virus gets to a certain point, it then becomes, it's like, oh, people start to notice this, governments start to go, okay, we need to create a cure for this because it's starting to become a problem. And that's where the challenge in the game becomes, where you have to kind of very stealthily infect the world without having nations discovered your disease, because then they'll want to start the cure, and then at that point you can then do different things to help fight and stop them from being able to find the cure.
Yeah, you can do things like make your whatever you pick, your virus, your fungus, your parasite, you can make it more immune or harder to cure as ways, as well as different ways to spread the infection. Like you could become airborne, or insect, or carried by a bird or something like that.
Right, have it travel by air, by sea, a couple of different ways. It's kind of basic, but at the same time, it has a little bit of depth to it. So like, there's different types of plagues you can start off with. You can start with a bacteria or fungus, like Corey said, and each one develops different. On TA, there's a really nice walkthrough for it. 2 little points to help start the game off. First off, when you start, if you start to play this, press start and turn on the pity mode setting. What this does, when you first start the game, you only start with the bacteria. Well, typically what you have to do is you have to destroy humanity on normal mode with bacteria to unlock the next one, and then the next one unlocks the one after that, and so on and so forth. Well, if you turn on pity mode, instead of having to play on normal, you can now play on casual, so it's much, much easier to unlock them all. And there's achievements tied to each of the different things. The second tip is to save often, which, by the way, only ever have no more than 2 saves because the game does get messed up. So you basically just want to keep rewriting your save. When you get to the point, or let me say this first. When you go to select your bacteria or whatever, you can add in different genes to make it more powerful, kind of like boosters. Well, those genes you unlock as you kill off humanity. So what you want to do is, when you first start off with the bacteria, you want to get to the point where you almost kill off humanity. There's only a few humans left. Save your game. Back out of the start menu, go ahead, kill humanity, load up your save, do it again, and that way you'll quickly unlock your genes, which then makes normal and brutal and more brutal modes easier. And also, I would also highly recommend checking out level 29 of our podcast, because Waka actually had some thoughts on this game, and I was listening to it beforehand. I forgot that he was actually sick while playing this game, so it kind of made it a little bit better.
I know that Freem uses this game all the time. Like, he dips into it for, achievements, and also for game titles, for all kinds of contest type stuff. I know he's been using this game heavily for that.
Yeah, there's 184 achievements, so it's great for that.
Yeah, so it might just be a utility buy, even if the game doesn't sound great to you. It could be great for achievements or contests. Thank you.
Oh, I've had fun with it. I definitely recommend it. Hey, yo, you've been playing some Valiant Hearts. How's that?
I'm glad you asked.
I don't think it works like that. I appreciate the attempt to bring back a dead horse, but I don't think it works like that.
Uno.
No.
No? All right, well, Valiant Hearts showed up on my RTDL. I was near the end. There's an achievement called Healing Hero, which takes place later in the game, where you have to save Carl 3 times without making any mistakes. And it's basically a quick time event that is kind of like a rhythm game. You have to hit the right buttons at the right time. And now that I see the name of the achievement is Healing Hero, I'm wondering if they did that on purpose to be like Guitar Hero. Wow.
I'd say yeah.
Just made that connection.
Healing Hero.
So what I've been trying to do with my RTDL is actually keep going and complete these games, and so I did. I finished Valiant Hearts, The Great War. It is a very good game. It is a very sad game. It is all about war and death and sadness. If you missed it on Games with Gold, which, it's funny, I always take it for granted that everyone has all the games with golds, but a lot of people say they were on hiatus, they missed it, they didn't have a 1 yet, they didn't have this and that. A lot of people don't have it or might not have it. It is on sale this week for $4.49 instead of $15. I think it is well worth it.
Nice sale.
It's got that great Ubisoft Montpellier art style, and it's a delight. It's got a nice walkthrough on TA, but it's a type of game where you can try to go through it yourself because there is chapter select, so you can mop up any collectibles that you miss. You were going to say something?
So you hadn't played this before your RTDL?
I actually played it locally with Michelle. It was very weird. So we played it on her tag, and there are puzzles and things to figure out and things like that. So I did get to see it first. We played legit and then went back and mopped up. So I just went through with the walkthrough on my tag, so I didn't miss any collectibles because some of them are a little bit hard to see. But yeah, Ubisoft needs to come out with some more games like this.
Oh, that's what I want to say. So I see it's Ubisoft. Does that mean it's the Lie Engine?
What?
No, Randy.
Bringing that back?
No, it's the art division of Ubisoft, the one that comes up with cool games like Rayman.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
The cool kids. And Just Dance. It'll be okay.
Games that don't have towers that open up the rest of the map.
Wasn't that an exciting Valiant Hearts story, Corey?
Very much so.
Okay, I'm glad.
I completed that game once.
So, Corey, I see you've been flying some kites this week.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Ah, okay then.
I was going to talk about it and how I've been dominating and improving my kite skills for Chewy's Challenge competition. Chewy's Challenge Championship, that's it.
That's it.
And how there's a race to complete Stunt Kite Party between me and Mr. Elroy OMJ, my elder. And, well, what do you know, while we're recording here, he completed the damn game.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Rip.
And we were pretty even too, so he's been putting in the time.
He wasn't gonna let you beat him.
Yeah, but quick hit. It's a game where you fly kites, and it's got an amazing storyline. I'll leave it at that.
When you say amazing storyline,
Bobby Joe is in it.
Bobby Joe. So this is not like a Shark World.
So what was the...
I don't know what Shark World is like.
So what was the competition you were talking about between you and Elroy?
Chewy's Challenge Championship Challenge.
there's too many C words.
Yeah, don't use any C words, especially when you're trying to say stunt kite. No C word should be used.
I knew that was going to come up as soon as I said that.
I like how when it comes to recording, Elroy can't record because it's too late. But when it comes to completing this game before you, he's up and at 'em. You like that. He got you there.
No rest for the
He
wicked.
got you.
He did.
24th person
I'll still
on
complete it
TA.
this month. I'll still complete it this month.
You were very upset. I could see it.
Where the story goes, right?
Oh, yes. Very titillating story.
Oh my. Sold.
It's a party.
Stunt
All right,
kite
well,
party.
Why don't we jump right over that and get into the Tadpole Challenge, TA's newest contest.
So Tadpole is inspired by a mix of ideas from other events. After completing TA Difference in this year's GTASTT, we've decided to bring it over to a Leapfrog style event too. That is straight from the TA's mouth. And so if you are familiar with the Leapfrog challenge, you have to remind me, Fufu, not Fufu, you don't play games. You have to remind me, Koosh, the Leapfrog was an event where you wanted to unlock an achievement, and the next achievement that counted in your chain had to go up in ratio.
Yep.
So similar challenge this year, but instead of ratio, you're going to focus on TA difference, true achievement difference, which is the catalyst of this year's GTASTT. And so you have to do leaps of at least 5 TA difference to go up a link in your chain. And you have to get to 10 to get their community badge. Above and beyond that, you're just an overachiever. But there are leaderboards for you if you really want to look at that.
Any idea who's the first to 10?
You know, there is some controversy out there, but some solid proof has determined that Mr. 1 Rawker Dude 5012 was first to get there, and that was me.
Nice.
What?
Yeah, screenshots to prove it. Maybe.
Yes.
Ish.
I have screenshots. I have timestamps in Discord. I was bragging like in 3 different servers.
Nice.
I did it.
Guinness was there in the house, on the premise.
That's right. Now, I wanted to do it using different game for every achievement to the first 10, but that didn't happen. Once I got to set, like, I was like, I just use Minecraft. And I was like, oh, I can use Minecraft again. So I did 2 of those, and I got to 7. And then I decided, oh, let me just do 1 game. And well, then I was like, oh, I want to get to 10 first. So I did 2 more Minecraft. So 4 out of my 10 are from Minecraft Kindle Edition.
Nice.
But the rest came from Sudoku. That was actually the 0 TA difference achievement. Got that one first. Stretch Arcade, Over City Brawler, blah, blah, blah. Goat Sim, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and Super Hot. Which, hey, there's a Super Hot achievement that you have to sit there for 20 minutes, if you did not know.
Well, that's easy enough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
So-
that's Leapfrog. Any of you competing in it? You're probably getting that badge, right? That challenge?
I'm all badged up. Yep. I got my 10 plus some, and I was doing really well. All the way up to my 10, I was doing a diff of 5. Then I did a diff of 7, playing Sea Salt, which hopefully I'll talk about in a week or 2. Fun times. I got an achievement in Iconoclast, which is fun. I was, trying to make a little bit more progress in that game. So that one was a leap of 22. Then I opened up Gears Pop after the clan did a really good job and we got a whole bunch of coins. In fact, so many coins that when I opened my game, it gave me a TA diff of 47 that I was not expecting when I hit War Chest 3. And then today I grabbed a couple more chests in Iconoclast and I went up by 134 TA diff. So I am just glad that I did this. I got my 10 out of the way as quickly as I could so I could just play games kind of normally. And if I hadn't, I'd have to be doing a little bit more research. But yeah.
I had a similar experience with my 9th to 10th one. So my 9th and 10th were both from Minecraft. Number 9, luckily they popped in this order. Number 9 was to acquire or spend 30 emeralds by trading, and the other one was trade for the best possible price. One has a TA difference of 42, one has a difference of 103. So luckily they popped in the correct order because I wasn't actually planning that 10th one. It just happened. But yeah, that one was a little unexpected. Luckily it was number 10.
Yeah, my goal from the start was just get the 10 as quickly as possible so that I don't have to think and I can just play games.
Did you register, L?
I did.
Did you plan for anything?
Did not. So my first achievement was diving Sagebrush, a lovely rat game that I will probably talk more about next week, but
Some say the best rat
I was
game.
very surprised at how religious this game was, but
Just wait.
yeah, just wait. I'm about halfway through. I love that type of game where you just find things and I don't know. It's kind of point and clicky, walking simmy, but there's a lot of keys to find. Lots of keys. So after I got that 1 TA diff, I made the mistake of giving my kids a game that I got at GameStop, Just Dance Disney Party 2. And they're like, can I play this? I'm like, I just started the stupid competition, but that's a really stupid reason to not let you play it, so go ahead. So usually when you play one song, you get a lot of achievements pop, and they're all one ratio-ish, so it's not so bad. But of course, my son 4-starred a song, and it's like a 20-point achievement, so it was worth 40 TA diff. So right off the bat, the first achievement was worth 1, and then I had a 22, and then I had a 43. So my third achievement, I was up to a 43 already. So on the fourth one was worth 49. We got another 4-star in Just Dance Disney Party. So on one hand, it was annoying, but on the other hand, I got to play some stuff that was a little more challenging, or some stuff that I haven't touched in a while. So booted up Jackbox Party Pack 5. I had never played this game before. It's called Mad Verse City. It's basically, you play with a bunch of robots that are rapping. You're basically making your own raps. So I actually can't wait to play this legit. So you basically, you make up raps, and then people vote on the raps they like the best.
Oh, gosh.
So I ended up getting 2 achievements in that game. A game called Demon's Crystals. There was one for reviving your partner 50 times, so I had to grab extra controllers, and every time they died, I had to revive them. So that was a lot of fun. Burnout Paradise Remastered. There was one for finding all the parking lots. So that one was actually pretty easy. That one is worth way too much.
You're going to be out of so much content once you finish this game.
Exciting. And then my 8th one was in Celeste. So I'm actually all done with Celeste except for finding all the strawberries. That's another game that High Road and I are going to be trying to complete together. My lovebird. Love you, High Road. And my 9th one was another Madverse City one. And then my 10th was actually, I saved Rocket League, Rocket Genocider, which is the 535 goals, which honestly didn't take too long.
I don't even have that one yet.
You did that against.
I need to play more Rocket
Well, I
League.
did that
like nobody, right?
I knew I had to boost those 100 goals, so I did those first, and then I did it against no one. Yes, correct. Actually, speaking of Rocket League, I wound up in a party with Chin and Professor Pluto, believe it or not, while they were playing Rocket League, and holy cow, they are like completely different people when they're playing this game. They were cursing up and down. They were yelling at each other. Oh my god, it was so funny. So I was just listening.
I'd like to be in that.
Yeah, they were playing with a third person from, I don't know, we'll say New Zealand. Yeah, he had Kiwi in his name, so yeah, we'll say New Zealand. But yeah, we got to play some Rocket League. It's just so much fun just to hearing them play without even knowing anything that was going on.
Stream that, Chin.
So you didn't start with a 0 TA diff. You just not have one?
I started with I did. Sagebrush. I got a one pointer.
Yeah, it's a 1. But you could have started with a 0. Why didn't you start with 0?
Well, the real reason is because I forgot to hit start on my
Simpsons?
yeah, so I started up Sagebrush. I'm like, oh crap, I forgot to hit start. So yeah, that's why the 4th or 5th achievement in the game. If you must,
it wasn't the best registration page. I had to register like 5 or 6 times for it to take effect.
Once. Yeah.
Oh yeah, when did you register, Foof?
A while ago.
Fufu.
By the time everyone's listening to this, about 3 days ago.
So I was doing the Freem Synergy when I was planning mine out, and I started a Plague Tale. I think, was that PC? Nah. I think it was PC. And you had to play the first chapter. That game looks like fun, but on a PC, I turn it way down. So it got kind of gross. And I got to tell you, that first chapter is a doozy. It's a doozy. That game's going to be fun. I think we should maybe do a game club about that at some point.
About Sagebrush?
Duly noted.
No.
Yes, all about Sagebrush.
Yes.
Yes, we should do a Plague Inc. or a Plague.
There's definitely a
Plague Tale game club about Sagebrush. Yes.
Seems legit.
Oh, I almost forgot. On the trailer, one of the trailers, there was a Brother Elroy.
Not like a game trailer, like legitimate.
Oh,
like
yes, the trailer where...
double wide.
Yes.
I may have a screenshot of that.
If you guys have mentioned this before, I really had no idea. I found it. I took a screenshot immediately and sent it out. I don't know. I thought it was hilarious.
That's hilarious.
See? Jinx.
No, that's good. Oh, man. Well, continuing on from that, we have some server closures and whatnot to talk about. 2 servers are closing in 1 month, 3-on-3 NHL Arcade and Fight Night Round 4. They're both closing down March 10th. If anyone has those, make sure to get them done. But on good news with server closures. That's what I'm going for. There's an anti-server closure going. So servers for Ride on the Xbox 360 are back online, making 3 achievements obtainable again. And if you play this game?
No.
No.
Negative.
All right, so it's irrelevant to us, but maybe someone in Discord or someone listening to the sound of our voices will want that. If you have it, get on it. Who knows when it's going to go back offline.
Now, I noticed some flag changes in Gears of War 4 for I Like 'em Crispy, collect 5 flaming weapon skins from Versus special events, and Better Than Bacon, collect 5 Midnight Omen weapon skins from Horde special events. Those are now listed as discontinued, so that sucks. Yeah, see?
Yeah, I believe those were going to be made craftable. So I think this might be a transitory type thing.
All right, we'll see. Maybe.
Which Gears of War did you say?
Gears of War 4.
That's odd. That game's not that old.
No, that game has a lot of achievements. 164. So
holy crap.
Yeah, worth 4,000 gamer score. 19,000 TA. So yeah.
Oh, jeez. I had absolutely no idea it was that high.
1,200 people have completed it. Good on them.
Seriously?
Good. I see what you did there by accident.
That was on purpose. That's like the only thing I know about Gears of War. then Marcus Phoenix. All my Gears knowledge comes from Gears Pop. Minus seriously.
Cog, damn it.
The humans are known as cogs. So, there you go. Now it's funny.
It was a legitimate joke, Kenny.
Okay. Whatever you
Just
say.
Don't let the locusts win. All right, let the locusts win.
We need a new plague. Nate, what you getting this week? You got any recommendations?
Yeah. So I'm looking at Extinction Deluxe Edition. I'm lying. I already own this. It is $6 down from $40. It's 1,000 gamer score. It's 4,890 TA. And it is classified as open world hack and slash. Now, I haven't played it, but I own it, and it looked interesting. This was, if you remember back when they did the sizzle reel for it, looked very cool, but then people said it was kind of samey. So as far as gameplay, you might want to take a look, make sure it kind of works for you. I think it works for me from what I've seen, but I just can't pass up a $6 down from 40 deal.
Wow, yeah, that's a big jump.
There's also, that's the deluxe edition, by the way. So that's going to include the base game plus the $3 DLC that's currently on sale. So if you're a sucker like me and you already own this, probably for $10, now I can pick up the DLC for like $2 or $3.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. The regular version's $4.50, or you can get the deluxe for $6. So you might as well buy the deluxe.
Might as well get the deluxe right now, if this is interesting to you. Another thing about it is that it is an E game. If you know, with the Gamertag Challenge, anything that starts with an E tends to come up a lot. And it's good to have a base to draw from.
This looks interesting.
Speaking of E games, there's Aaliyah. I think that's how they pronounce it, which is $1.29, down from $13. It's 1,000 gamer score, 1,315 TA. It's an adventure game. It says Chapter 1. Pretty sure I've mentioned this before, but that was over a year ago that it came out. It's 2 to 3 hours with a walkthrough. This game has been pulled from Steam, so I don't think we're going to get an episode 2. But once again, this is a game that starts with E. It looks pretty easy. It's short. You might want to pick it up if you're into contests. And finally, one of my favorite games to talk about that people aren't sick of yet, I hope. I did a deep dive of Children of Morta 2 weeks ago, which is now $15.39, down from $22. Yes, it's on, I want to say Game Pass. I don't think it's xCloud. It's Game Pass. Right now.
It's on both.
It used to be hack and slash. And I mentioned that in the review. Today, it is action RPG and role-playing. So yes, it's an RP gainer.
Well, there we go. Now you got to get it.
1,000 gamer score, 2,888 TA. And not only that, this game has just released free content. And that includes new items, new hard mode. And you might be interested in the hard mode if you have to grind out XP because you'll get it faster. So if you are stuck on those last couple achievements, maybe this will help you out. Apparently, it's also got a new UI with a larger HUD. I didn't have any issues with that, so I guess that's good.
So
Some people.
You didn't mention it, so I'm assuming no, but free content update, no new achievements.
Yes,
right?
Free content update, no new achievements. Now, they have a roadmap, and they announced the roadmap at the same time that this content came out. And in that roadmap which has not been released yet, but what we're going to be getting for free shortly, or in the near future, is New Game Plus. That sounds like something that maybe you get an achievement for. I don't know. New playable character. Maybe. Online co-op. So that was one of the things that I mentioned that was maybe missing before. It had to be local. Now it can be online, so you can get a buddy, knock stuff out together. Endless mode. Okay. Item pack. I don't know what that means. I guess you can get more items. And all of that is for free. The last thing in the roadmap was their first paid DLC. So that won't be free, but it's coming sometime in 2020, and it's going to be an expansion with a whole new chapter. So I'm assuming that is going to be bundled with some achievements. So just thought I'd mention it. If you don't have it on Game Pass, it is cheap right now, and there's probably going to be achievements with the paid DLC, maybe with some of these free roadmap points that haven't come out yet.
And real quick, just to clarify, it's on xCloud, Game Pass, and Game Pass for PC. So there's plenty of ways to get to play this game without paying for it.
Yeah, but not stackable. That's a cross save.
Right. Corey, you picking up anything?
No.
All right. Elle, you got any quick game recommendations for us?
No.
All right. Moving on.
I was looking at the list. The lists basically just dropped while we're recording this. So
what lists?
The list of sale games that I'm looking at. Interestingly, Valiant Hearts on the 360 is also on sale for $6, which is more than the one version. And I'm going to guess it's
how much gamer score?
Say,
how much gamer score?
400 gamer score. So it's weird. I think even I'm going to pass. I don't want to be sad all again.
It's not really a game you want to play twice for less than half the amount of gamer score.
But okay. I won't.
Mr. Percival.
Damn, Mr. Percival.
Okay, so 360 sales. No, I'm not going to get anything. But it's crazy that they had a lot.
There's a lot. It's all the same stuff that's been on sale a million times.
Yeah, when is this going to die? Hopefully
when is it
soon.
going to die?
The 360
They're still making money.
marketplace.
I don't think it's ever going to die.
Hey, Corey, Ori's on sale for $5.
Yeah, for some reason, if you don't have Game Pass or have played it in the past 20 years, you should definitely buy it.
So why don't you like the 360? Why do you wish death upon the 360, Corey?
Because it's just holding you back, man. Holding you
For
back.
what?
It's just convenient.
It's not like
sake?
you play any new games.
It's the royal you, meaning us.
Is it just for your convenience, or?
Yeah, I mean, it's like keeping Circuit City alive. It's no need.
I don't know what it's holding you back from. It's not like you play any of the new good games.
It lived a good life. Put it to rest.
I mean,
just like I did with my dog.
Oh my goodness!
Why?
Wow, we're just talking about Valiant Hearts.
I just saw your dog walk by. Well, this is awkward.
That was the replacement dog.
Oh no!
I was going to say
That's a horrible name for a dog.
You said I'll be right back before. I don't know what you were doing.
Hey, Corey.
Replacement dog.
Don't play Plague Tale. That's all I'm going to say.
That's rats.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't get sentimental like a lot
Clearly.
of people.
So you've never seen Ben?
I take it back. I don't want to watch my dog skip.
Turner and Hooch, Old Yeller.
Never seen those. Airbud.
Charlotte's Web.
I've seen Airbud.
Where the red fern grows.
Tree Grows in Brooklyn.
Now you're just making things up.
Of Mice and Men.
Good band.
I just want to give those reviews like a 0 and a 0 and a 0 and a 0.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Was that
It's almost like that's a new
Was
game.
that a review, Gway?
Maybe. It's a rat way. Speaking of... Oh, rats. Is that where you're going, Koosh? That's where you're going.
Sure, yeah. I had that all planned out.
This week on Gentleman's Rap,
Somehow worse.
we have the game 0, 0, 0, 0. No, that's not a mess up in editing. That is the name. 0 times 4. This is a platformer. Came out February 5th. And it is a 0 to 1 hour completion, depending on your skill, which you don't need a lot of. All right, so let me break this game down. We'll start with the achievement list. You need to play 34 of the game's 100 levels. Additionally, you need to play 1 level in hard mode of the game's 100 levels.
1 level?
1 level in hard mode. That will net you the completion for this game. Now, the gameplay.
Okay.
You are put into a one-screen puzzle, platformer. There's not really not much puzzling to it, and it's black and white. So kind of think N+, right?
Nice.
You don't really have to collect a lot of things. You just have to go and collect one thing, and then you have to go back to where you started to go through the door, and that completes that level, if you will. If you die, you get sent to a random level of the 100 in the pool. And this process repeats until you get 34 levels done and you quit the game, unless you just want to keep going for fun. That is all there is to it. There are spikes you have to watch out for. Some things shoot at you. There's lasers. But ultimately, you're just platforming in different ways to get the thing and take it back to where you started. That is all there is to this game.
Oh.
Any questions?
Is it colorful?
Yes, it contains all the colors and no colors at the same time.
Oh, okay.
What score would you give this?
I would give this a 100
Excellent.
times 0
Equals.
plus a 30
Oh.
So it's platformer.
out of a 45.
But what?
That is the most complicated review
So
system.
more than 0,000?
Yeah, I'm gonna need to see the work on that.
Okay, I like N+.
Mm-hmm.
This N+ is top tier platforming, right? Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, this will give you N+ vibes, but it won't make you feel like you're a total noob at platforming.
So it's got like wall jumping. It's got.
There is no wall jumping. There is a double jump that is kind of on a timer. You can't continuously do it, and then you can shoot. That's all you can do.
Wow.
This looks
It really is 100
something.
one screen platforming sections that you have to do. That you'll have to do 34 of them. The catch is that you can't really follow a guide. I mean, I guess you could like practice a level, but you don't know if you're going to get that level because it's totally random. And then that's it.
So if you don't die, you go in sequence. But if you do die,
I don't know if there's a sequence. I think it just still goes into a random loop, but you just won't get the one you've already done. It like takes it out of your pool.
okay.
So as you go up there, you'll start seeing like, oh, I did this one 2 lives ago. That's good because I kind of remember it. Easy peasy. This is so simple. Fufu could probably do it in 56 minutes.
Challenge accepted.
I don't think I want to just look at these screenshots.
No, it's fun. You don't have to. It's fun. And it has a revolver, so that's a BCM category, I believe.
Ah.
There we go. Cross-pollination.
Oh.
So, yeah.
All right. So does
Normal
the name
sale,
actually
$4.
mean anything?
I mean, not that I could tell you. Maybe that means 4 shots of your revolver and you got 4 little zeros and smoke popping out. Pop, 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 pop.
Okay. I was curious. I just typed it into binary code real quick, thinking it was something. Nope, it's nothing.
Did the Ratalaika names mean anything?
Well, I mean,
Well, just
gravity duck makes sense.
looking at the screenshot, I mean, there's a lot of zeros, right? Like the levels If you haven't completed them, look like zeros. If you have completed them, they're white circles or ovals. Then the timer is 4 zeros as well. So I don't know.
I did not notice this.
So it's a game, but it's great for achievement hunters. Got it.
It's not my worst. It's not the worst rat out there.
That doesn't speak to the quality of the game.
I think it's decent. If I could pick one rat that is worse, back in 1995 was terrible. Yeah, I really can't pick a lot more out of there.
Okay.
But it's a Z game. You know, Z games don't come here often.
That is very true.
BCM category. Introductory sale of $4. Sounds like a deal to me. Get to
Buy this game.
Buy it.
And that's this week's Gentleman's Rat.
Gentleman's Rat.
Name pending.
If you have an idea for a better name, please send it to us. Well, you're speaking of contests. Let's get into some contests.
Rat View. There, I just did it. That was easy.
Yeah. We can come up with better.
Okay.
Let's get into the gamertag challenge. Nate, what's up with that?
Well, apparently there's a Game Tag Challenge this month, and that is for LFLet77. Now, you may remember LFLet77 from last year's Metroidvania, or Year of the Vainer roundup, because he did a lot of them.
Play the Vainers.
And he is keeping it rolling. This year, or this month, I should say, his chosen game bonus is Hollow Knight. So, if you don't recall, that means if you want that bonus point, you get one achievement in Hollow Knight, or if you've already completed it, that's one bonus entry for you. Then our special bonus is for completing an achievement that has the letters E-L-I in sequence in a single word. So this can't bridge words, so you can't have E-L at the end of one word and I at the beginning of the next separated by a space. So it has to be contained inside the word, and you can use plurals. So elite and elites are two separate potential draws. You just need to make sure that you don't use elite a second time and you don't use elites a second time. And in the spreadsheet, we basically added a second column to help you keep track of the word that contains the ELI.
That's helpful.
Yep. So if you guys do that, that'll help you and it'll help us. Now, let's say, I just saw someone mention this today in the Discord. If you choose an achievement that has two words with ELI in the title of the achievement, you need to pick which one you want to count. That will not count as two entries. That will count as one entry, but only one of those words will be eliminated from your pool. So you just need, that's why the spreadsheet has that second column. So you can, notate which word you're using for your bonus draw. And that is the GTC for February.
All right. Well, moving on to GTASTT. Team bonus for this week is to end in a top 25 of non-eliminated teams. Simple enough-ish. Not really. You gonna try going for the score?
Seems like a waste of points.
That it does.
You probably spend more points than you would get in your bonus.
Probably.
But every team should go for it. Every team.
But then that would also raise the ceiling, so then you have to spend more points to stay in.
We just got to beat 3. Easy. 2 of them used all their bonuses last week. They're done.
Oh, well, that's convenient. So you got at least one more week.
One more week. Come on. Top 10 team, baby. Top 10.
All right. We'll see. On side of eliminations, no teams were eliminated this week, but we did have one elimination, and that would be Ragnarok0272. Good run, buddy.
Good job, Rags. You went from Rags to Rags.
This next contest we don't need to talk about, so let's just get into completions.
It says Streak King. Don't try to avoid it.
We don't need to get on. No. We don't need to talk about that. 10-day streaks are not real streaks.
How dare you?
How dare you, sir?
Well, let's get into hashtag Brag Camp.
All right. Brag Camp completions. We have Sangria's, one of my favorite guide makers. He has reached 1,700 completed games.
That's insane.
Elroy OMJ, one of my favorite Tennesseans, has reached a new milestone of 550 games.
Loved that guy.
Eliphalet 77, one of my favorite vein heads, has reached a new milestone of 250 games. Kronos, my favorite Time Lord, has reached a new milestone of 350 games. Beer Me 7, my favorite Amazon drunk buyer, has reached a new milestone of 200 completed games. And Math Who with zeros, who I don't know, has reached a new milestone of 350 games. Now for completion percentage, Nate Dogg Sniper has hit 40%. Our lovely own Death Dealers has hit 55%. Philip Wendell, 63%. Iron Fist of Snuff, 65%. And Owl Nitrum at 92%. But are his settings true or do they fall short? We'll never know.
The Terminator 177 has reached a new milestone. His TA ratio is 1.4. And Rawker Dude 5012, that guy over there.
That's me.
His ratio is now 1.6.
Man, GTASTT is really doing something for the Brayer Tom and the Possum folk.
How convenient. Nate Dogg Sniper is currently on a 12-day achievement win streak, and I'm only mentioning this one because it's his new personal best. Other than that, these things don't start till 25 days.
12 days, that's nothing.
He's going to get a special shout out because that's his new personal best. Tropan is currently on a 25-day achievement win streak. Nerve Bullets also on a 25-day achievement win streak. Kingsman 2625 is on a 50. Kronos and Reset 42 is on a 100-day win streak. Play Ultimate 711 is currently on a 1,950-day achievement win streak. And NBA Kirkland is on an 1,800-day achievement win streak. You guys are crazy. That's a very long time.
But not as crazy as Chewy on Ice, Boots Orion, Beer Me 7, Rocket Dude 5012, Chad and Jesse, Flacial of Floor, Sangria's Buffs, High Road Vitu. You guys have all hit 10-day win streaks, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Now, those don't count for the competition. But guess who didn't play yesterday? Me. I'm on track, baby. Starting right now, you can stop playing a game for a day and get a 10-day achievement win streak. Message Skeptical Mario for details.
So stupid.
You're stupid. In Achievements 1, Fight Club X has reached a new milestone of 5,500 Achievements 1. AZ Mongoose, also 5,500 achievements. Hawkberry 20 has reached a new milestone of 8,000 achievements. Wheezy Fuzz with 14,000. Chewy on Ice has 17,000. Kingsman 2625, 17,500. Awoo has 19,500 achievements won. Elroy OMJ has reached 21,000 achievements won. Jimbot UK at 22,500. Totally Crispix, how you doing? 42,000 achievements won. And Owl Nitrum, 45,500 achievements won. That's a lot. In Gamerscore, Chesno has reached a new milestone of 100,000 Gamerscore. Good job. Congrats on the foof. Sen has reached 1,000. Holy crap.
Plus 174,000.
We'll do a little math. Sen has reached a new milestone of 175,000 Gamerscore. And Mitt Real B has 250,000 Gamerscore.
Nice job, everybody.
Debatable.
How dare you, Nate?
Well then.
Be nice to the listeners. All right, your favorite, Coates McGoats, has reached 100,000 TA SCO. Chesno has 125,000 TA SCO. AZ Mongoose, hi buddy, 250,000 TA SCO. Professor Pluto, good day mate, 700,000 TA SCO. Chewy on Ice, good day mate, 750,000 TA SCO. Oh, my arms are going to be not for use very soon. Play Ultimate 711 has reached a perfect million TA scope.
Oof.
And Totally Crispix 1,900,000 TA scope.
Crazy.
Crazy taxi. Tommy is in the top 500 of the California TA leaderboard. Nice job. That's actually pretty good. Just watch out for them earthquakes and you'll be A-okay. Hatton 90 is in the top 200 of the England TA leaderboard for American football. You know, Hatton, you may as well just move over here, all right? Sports is an American thing. You come over here with us. You know, we have the real football, even though your football actually uses feet. We have the real football, and that's it.
I think the only sports leaderboard I haven't seen him on is cricket, which would, you know,
don't
you would think
get
would be
him
the
started.
one he would get.
Don't get him started. Usually on the show, we only hear crickets when I tell a joke. Waka Pale is in the top 50 of the TA leaderboard for Battle Royale games, as well as Gamerscore. Top 50 TA and Gamerscore.
Nice.
He is Apex Waka. No. See? Told you. Bad. Play Ultimate 711 in the top 2,000 of the TA leaderboard for Strategery. Bill Zuminati.
That's how you pronounce that?
Yes. It's like that board game, Strategero. Bill Zuminati is in the top 10 of the USA completed games leaderboard. That's insane.
Wow.
I think he completes about 10 games a day and puts up a video for them.
Sounds about right.
Nate Dogg Sniper is in the top 50,000, thank you for the comments, of the TA leaderboard. And Ragnarok, our buddy, our GTASTT loser, is now in the top 500 of
Dang.
the Gamerscore leaderboard for role-playing. See, now that he's out of GTASTT, he could play those RPGaners.
Play the good games.
It's true. And Tropan had a birthday last week. I believe it was February 6th. So happy birthday, Tropan.
Happy birthday, buddy. All right. Well, with that, please, wait. We ain't done yet. We got Xbox trivia.
This thing again, huh?
Fungal.
Oh boy.
Who am I
You
gonna
just
be?
hear
Who am I gonna be
Corey's
warning
butthurt
today?
voice.
So I got a free one from last week, right? Just a free, just a.
Free.
Oh,
Uh,
we didn't have a
just a hall
question
pass?
last week, so
Oh.
we're all on the same playing field.
Oh, boo.
Oh, Corey's still butthurt.
Not butthurt. Bad question.
Nah,
Did
that's a
you
good
did
question.
you hear said question, Koosh?
I did.
And it was terrible, right?
No, it wasn't.
Wait, who asked it? Chip? Yeah, it was horrible. I'd warn that guy if I could.
Yeah. Do it.
Oh, man. Question for this week. When the OG Xbox servers were going down, a few players stayed online in a certain game to keep the servers alive. They actually stayed in the game for over a month before Microsoft just straight kicked them out of their game. What game did they stay in? Was it A, Mech Assault, B, Halo 2, C, Crimson Skies, or D, Star Wars Battlefront?
Did you see I messaged you before you told us the answers?
No.
Oh, well, I messaged you before you told me the answer.
Okay. Well, I see.
You told him the answer? That's cheating.
This is a good question because it has a definitive answer. Take notes, Chip.
Can you repeat the question?
Oh man, that's
Yeah, let's repeat the question
okay.
and wink when you get to the right answer.
Don't smile when you say it now.
He's twitching.
So, when the OG Xbox servers were going down, a few players stayed online in a certain game to keep the servers alive. What was that game? Was it A, Mech Assault, B, Halo 2, C, Crimson Skies, or D, Star Wars Battlefront? I believe they... What year did they go down in? Shoot it. I forgot. I read it and forgot.
Wasn't it like somewhat
20
recently, like in a 20-something teen?
Yeah, I want to say 2012 is when they were going down. So basically, what the backstory was is Microsoft didn't want to kick anyone out of their games. They wanted to let everyone finish their games, and then as they were shutting them down, so you couldn't rejoin a new one. Well, a couple of players stayed in the lobbies. That way the games would continue on, and they wouldn't shut down the servers. Now I'm wondering, what game was it that they stayed alive in?
Quit Googling.
Eight. Give me an answer, Nate. Stop Googling.
Yeah, I don't really know.
I have an answer from Corey and L.
Elliot's going to be on a losing streak. With guessing.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be on a losing streak too, but...
Well, you didn't get it wrong last week.
Gonna go. Yeah,
Neither did we. Neither did
Oh,
we.
right. It's true. Only Michelle got it
okay.
wrong from my recollection.
Oh, wait.
All right,
Hold on.
so-
I got a better answer.
Son of a bitch.
No.
That says all of the
Titanfall was not
above.
the answer.
Oh, it's not Titanfall? I could have sworn it was
Son of a
Titanfall.
biscuit eater.
Don't say that.
All right. So answers are in. Nate answered A, Mech Assault. Corey answered B, Halo 2. And L answered B, Halo 2. And the correct answer is B, Halo 2.
I
Ding,
knew
ding,
it.
ding, 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 ding. Obviously, you didn't know
Well,
it.
it was typed.
It had
I had
to
it
be.
typed in. I was ready to send it, but I was like, no, it can't be Halo 2. It's got to be something different.
Yeah, I remember. I remember a little news article. I want to say I remember Zed talking about it. Maybe not
Yes.
if it was in 2012, but
It might have been brought up.
On principle,
Yeah,
I just also don't like the type Halo.
Well, in that case, you're losing points.
Angel Waka has a halo on his head, you know? He's the Master Chief.
All right, well, let's...
Fufu, if I could unwarn you for that great question, I totally would.
Did you come up with that, Foof?
I did.
Wow.
I know Chewy said he had a question. How can people get a hold of you if they want to ask good questions?
If you would like to send me a question, you can send me one on Discord or TA, but honestly, Discord's a better place. As TA, I almost never check my messages.
Seems smart.
Just,
Why would you even offer TA?
just in case someone, for some reason, isn't in the Discord.
Okay.
But the questions that you submit, please make sure that they are Xbox focused and not something crazy that no one would ever get, like Deaf Dealers decided to send in a few weeks ago.
And ones that only Kooshmoose would know.
Well,
Wait,
with
I have a
that,
question for you, Kooshmoose.
Okay.
Does
Yeast rays, not cake.
are the levels in Dead Cells randomized?
Oh, Warren.
All right, well, the scoreboard right now, Corey is leading with 4 points. L has 3. Michelle has 2. And Nate has 1. But don't worry, Nate, you're not in last because Chip has -2.
Yes.
So you're still in this. You're not fighting for last there. We got to get him. We got to get Chip on so he can pull ahead of you.
Sure, I only have 1. I thought I had 2.
They say your memory is the first thing to go.
Do they? You have to trust your word on that.
I see only 1. I'm keeping track of winners of each week as well. I only see 1. So yeah, you suck at trivia.
Maybe you guys suck at questions.
All right, well, with that, we are finished. If you enjoyed the show, please like and review us on your platform of choice. If you'd like to get in contact with us, you can send us a Twitter tweet by sending us one on the Twitter at Achievements101. Follow our Mixer and Twitch and YouTube. The website /AH101. Discord link is discord.io/AH101. And if you can help us out, we would monetarily, we would greatly appreciate it. You can check out the Patreon, patreon.com/achievementhunting101. All the links for all of the socials and the contest and the Patreon and everything like that is in the show notes. So you can check them out there as well. Thanks for listening, guys. Talk to you next week. See ya.
Bye.
What's up, everybody? X here with another gentleman's review, and this week I'm here to talk about Glass Masquerade 2 Illusions. You probably don't have to say it like that, but I do. This game comes out on February 14th, 2020, which is tomorrow if you're listening to the podcast right away, for a price of $11.99, but it currently has a pre-order discount of 20% off, making it $9.59 if your math is good, or if you just look at the page. It does seem to expire before the game releases, so if you're interested in the discount, make sure you grab that quick. So, if you're familiar with the first game, you know exactly what to expect. If not, it's essentially a stained glass puzzle game. And I don't mean puzzle game like Bejeweled or Zuma or Bubble Bobble, but you're literally making a puzzle of stained glass, which is why I called it a stained glass puzzle game. Get it? Right. So basically the game consists of 31 different stained glass murals, each of which has been shattered into many pieces, anywhere from 45 or so to the highest being 88. Your task, which is very simply stated but not at all simply done, is to reassemble these murals. That's it. There's no story, there's no plot, there's no background, it's just 31 puzzles to solve. Don't think I'm saying that as a negative, though. For what the game is, that's all it needs to be. I feel like if they tried to tack on a story or a reason for you to be fixing these puzzles, the game honestly would suffer for it. It does not need it. There's a map, and I hesitate to even use that word, but there's like a main hub screen that you just use to select your different puzzles. The only other story thing, and I say story thing in air quotes, is after you finish each puzzle, there's a cryptic quote that I think is supposed to tie into the puzzle. But these puzzles are really abstract, and I had a really hard time tying some of the quotes into the image. But that brings me to my next point. These puzzles are really abstract, like really, really out there. There's a pig working as a sausage butcher, I think. We got that one. A rose demon, a spooky clown lording over two sad clowns, a cat Cerberus. We have all of those things and many more. So you get what I mean when I say these pictures are weird. But they are very diverse and very colorful, which makes them pretty to look at. It also makes them really hard to solve, because if you have a blue piece locked in, rarely will another blue piece end up next to it. The game's just going to throw a red stripe between them just to mess with you. But again, I'm not saying that as a negative. The way the puzzles are designed, it really causes you to examine the shapes of your pieces and build them more in like a scaffolded conceptual way than in a visual way. And it's just as well because you can't actually see the puzzle in its entirety until you complete it. So that means that you're building these puzzles blind without knowing what the end result's going to look like. And that makes paying attention to the shapes and sizes of the pieces crucial. You ready for another curveball, though? There's a hard mode in the sequel. What exactly is hard mode? It just means you have to rotate the pieces, which sounds like no big deal, but it really amplifies the difficulty significantly, actually, because many of the shapes can fit in several spaces in different orientations. In easy mode, your piece is always set in the right direction, so if you kind of know where it goes, you know, you're good to go there. You don't have to worry about that. But if you play on hard mode, you do have to rotate, and I think it's 8 different angles it can be facing, so that's something to keep in mind. And I assume if you're listening to this, you're going to want to play on hard mode because achievements! Yay! The achievements in the game are quite simple in nature and description. You get 550 points just for completing all the puzzles. Simple as that. Solve all the puzzles, beat the game, quote unquote, get 550 points. The other 450 points is for solving all the puzzles in hard mode. There are 5 of them for 90 points each. 5 times 90 is 450. So how is the completion? Well, I love puzzles, and I consider myself quite good at them. Fun fact for you, Kelsey doesn't like doing puzzles with me in real life because I'm way better than she is, and I kind of hope she hears me as I record this because I feel like she'll take that challenge and do a puzzle with me because I really like puzzles. Double fun fact, though, she's going to be mad that I said that. Anyway, the game took me right around 12 hours to complete. There's no time tracker, so it's sort of my best guesstimate, but about 12 hours. And that was on hard mode all the way through. Each puzzle took me about 20 minutes until some of the end ones, and they took closer to half an hour each. The final puzzle with 88 pieces took me 46 minutes and 13 seconds for one puzzle. So it's not a quick or easy completion by any stretch of the imagination. I would say if you're good at puzzles like I am, 12 hours is a solid estimate. If you're not good at puzzles, honestly, I see this being like a 20-25 hour completion. If you don't care about getting the 1,000 and you just want to play through the game, so you're going to lose out on that 450 and just play all the puzzles, even easy mode's probably going to take you 8 to 10 hours. So, that said, womp womp. Pictures of the completed puzzles do exist. If you pick this up on launch day, they're already posted on TA. But to be honest, it will speed up the process, but not really. On hard mode, it doesn't make the game a freebie. I tried doing one of the later puzzles that I'd already finished, so I knew what it looked like with the image in front of me, and it still took me 14 minutes. That was one that took me probably 25 minutes my first time through going in blind, and even with the picture in front of me, knowing what it looked like and having done it already, it still took me 14 minutes. So it doesn't make them quick. It doesn't make them easy. If you're going in blind, using the pictures, you're probably still looking at 15-20 minutes each. So my advice is just to enjoy the game. Play it as it was intended, enjoy the challenge, and feel a sense of accomplishment. And I know that's not something that you often hear from me, because I love my easy points, but for this game, I can't think of any other way to play it than how it was intended. Following those picture guides for all 31 puzzles is going to make the game incredibly boring, and it's not going to save you that much time. So honestly, I'm telling you, just avoid them and challenge yourself. So what is my final verdict? As just a game, I'm giving this a solid 8 out of 10. I love puzzles and I love the game, but it does have some shortcomings. For one, all the puzzles are round, which is a downgrade from the first one. My second biggest complaint is that while you're scrolling through your pieces, you can't select one. You'll know exactly what I mean as soon as you start playing. It doesn't sound like a big deal, but you're going to waste a lot of time staring at the screen while your pieces very slowly rotate, and all you want to do is pick that one, and you're hovering over it, and you can't click it because they're rotating slowly. Again, once you play it, you'll see what I mean, and you'll find it just as annoying as I did. That said, those are my only 2 complaints about this. As a puzzle game, it's pretty much perfect for what it sets out to do. I highly, highly recommend this one as something just to pass the time and enjoy a good challenge. If you do a couple puzzles a day, a couple hours a day, you'll get the completion in a couple weeks, and hopefully you'll have fun doing it. As an achievement game, though, I can't give this high marks. I'm giving this a 2 out of 10, only because there's no obscure hidden collectibles or anything like that. The 1K is easily doable in terms of skill and requirements, but it is quite challenging, and like I said, it's even on easy mode with the pictures, it's going to take you 6 hours, and you won't even get the completion. If you want that full 1,000, you're playing on hard mode with the pictures. I don't think you can do that in less than 8 hours. So if all you want is points, there are much better games out there for you to boost that gamer score. So 2 out of 10 for achievements, but a stellar 8 out of 10 as a game to enjoy. So that's it. If you play, I genuinely encourage you to avoid the solutions here. They're going to make the game just incredibly boring, and they're not going to help you out all that much. So this is one to play because you want to, and I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I did. See ya!
Hello, I'm Waka, and we are at the 32nd period of GTASTT, which will likely require around 3,500 true achievement difference to survive. One of the potentially faster options to get the true achievement difference you need is the hyper-violent Game Pass action platformer My Friend Pedro. Taglined Blood, Bullets, Bananas. My Friend Pedro offers a fair share of crazy, but it remains surprisingly coherent, and the gameplay and level design are top-notch. You will literally murder thousands of dudes in a playthrough, but it remains fun throughout. The game has 30 achievements, worth 1000 gamer score and 7262 TA. The estimated completion is 20 to 25 hours, but you can get at least 27 of the 30 achievements in around 3 hours if you're decent at 2D platformers, earning you around 1000 true achievement difference. The completion is very skill dependent, and the game can be completed way faster than the estimate. Many have reported around 12 hours on TA. My time claims 8 hours, but I don't trust it, as I think I spent around 10 on the game. The big score is attached to S ranking the 40 levels. 10 S ranks get you 800 to achievement difference, 25 almost 1800 TAD, and completing all 40 is worth over 2700 TAD. The key to getting S ranks is keeping your kill combo going. You do get extra points for killing enemies in stylish fashion, but keeping your combo is way more important than a stylish kill. Going for S ranks adds a puzzle layer to the game, where we have to play through the level multiple times to plan a optimal kill combo route to obtain the S rank. There is also no need to play on any other difficulty than the easiest setting, You get more points on higher difficulties, but the S rank requirements are higher on higher difficulties, making it more difficult as advertised. It will take patience, but since the levels are between 1 to 3 minutes each and the load times are very short, coupled with the fact that most S ranks are easier than they at first appear, getting 10 S ranks shouldn't be too bad. 25 S ranks on the other hand will be challenging, but getting all 40 can be a real pain as there are a handful of levels that are incredibly difficult. If you wish to preload any of the high value achievements, I'd recommend saving the final 2 levels for last as they are among the easiest to S rank. Personally, I struggled with 2 in particular. The endgame level where you have to avoid setting off the alarms, and one of the early sewer levels which had a particular difficult sequence to keep your combo up. You have to jump with a skateboard through a window, murder a handful of dudes while skating, after hitting a switch, wall jump to a higher floor, hit a frying pan up into the air, then ricochet bullets off it to kill a few dudes while making sure at least one of them is still standing. You then have to dodge the last guy, jump over him as he tries to hit you with a shotgun, ascend some ropes, then kill the shotgun guy to keep your combo going, and keep climbing until you have to duck to get an angle to ricochet a bullet off a sign into an enemy above you. It was about as easy as it sounds. While going for S ranks, you will not have the time to pick up ammunition. If you want to make it easier on yourself, you can quit out of a level and use level select to start the level with a decent amount of ammunition. My Friend Pedro is easier than the ratios suggest, but it's still quite a challenge. If you're up for it, there is a lot of true achievement difference to be had. Even if you don't have the patience for the completion, the campaign is well worth playing through. Certainly not for the story, but for the awesome gameplay. Have a nice day, everyone.
This has been a Tim Hortons podcast.